Hello and welcome back to Dragon Quest XI. Last time, we did quite a bit, honestly. We had finished the Gallopolis, so we moved on to Gondolia, I believe it was called. Basically, Venice. Got Savando's ship. We had a mild encounter with, not Hendrik, it's Jasper, I believe. The strategist of Heliodor. We managed to escape though, made our way to Puerto Valor, and then went gambling. Off stream, I have done more gambling. I kind of set up my controller to be automated and just gamble while I was away making food, and apparently it hit the jackpot. So, yeah. I wasn't expecting to have all the equipment I wanted, but I do. And I've also got like 90,000 tokens to spare, which is quite nice. But yeah, with that being said, time to continue on with the game. Now, I can't entirely remember what we need to do, but I do think it was something to do with going over here. Looking for a colourful branch. We're going to ask... Ah yes, Don Rodrigo. He'll hopefully be upstairs, right? Merchant of Colourful Branch? See, he was here. He seemed keen on selling it and buying a villa with the proceeds. But Senor, I believe he's left town already. He's going to Octagonia to make his fortune. A journey that would involve a sea voyage to the east, towards the old kingdom of Zwardras. It did not seem like much, but to have one's heart so firmly fixed on making one's way in the world, this bespeaks a great determination indeed. That would be our lead. So we need to head east. I can go east. That's a direction. I can mostly follow directions. But yeah, that means we are done, at least for the moment, in this town. Or this port, or... I mean, I guess you'd call it a town still. Could be a city if you count it as such. Because I don't entirely know how the game counts these places. I'd call it a town, but then again, it's got a church. If it's more of a cathedral than just a basic church, that would, by Scottish definitions, or at least British definitions, I don't entirely know if it's different elsewhere, but if you've got a cathedral, you're a city. Results in us having a very tiny town, well not tiny, but it's a small town that is technically a city. It's a bit weird thing to have, but we've got that. So, oh well. I'm not going to question it. What I will do though is climb down a well. Because I'm just rambling, and actually not saying anything vaguely of use. Yeah, what is down this well? I don't think I remember at all about anything down this well. I know early game stuff I did somewhat remember, and I think I remembered quite well. Down here though, we've got something shiny. Is it gold ore or silver ore? I thought it was some kind of ore. Not gold, but silver is good because we'll be able to make a silver rapier at some point. I will probably not be using that silver rapier once I have made it. But, I mean, we'll make it still, at some point. It's just simply a case of my current weapon being the one I gambled for and being very powerful as a result. Because I was not really expecting to hit the jackpot. I was just gonna get like some shields and like some armor. But fair enough. But yeah, this is a passage. What is over here? I can't actually remember. So I'll take you to the Champs Sauvage. Don't know if you've heard about it. It's a place surrounded by some proper high mountains and that. Problem is, you can't pass through here right now. Nope. Only way you're getting to old Champs is by sea. Yeah. Sadly, there's been like a landslide or something. I don't entirely believe there was a path to begin with. Seeing how it doesn't look like it's entirely level, but oh well. Oh well. We need to go to C. We were told that. I wanted to check there because I could have sworn there was a path, but it makes sense there's not. Yeah, we would like to go, I guess, to Gondolia is the place we need to go. And we need to head to the east, is what we read. That's what we've been told anyway. Can't entirely remember what happens from here on in the game. At the start of the game, definitely, I do remember. I have a good memory of stuff that will happen, just not the order in which it will happen. Because, yeah, we want to get out through that kind of gate under the bridge at some point. And I'm also curious, is there something if I go over to the west? Just before I go to the east, just check. No, there doesn't look to be. Fair enough. We do, however, get a sea battle. Getting some Drake slimes. Not anything difficult. Just some slimy boys, you know? And yeah, we're going to be dealing a lot of damage. So are these guys, annoyingly.
We'll soon have that patched up.
Actually, I should check what the audio kinda balance is, because I messed around with some of the stream settings. Let me quickly tab out. I apologise for it having frozen. I can assure you we're winning.
Goodness.
See, you can hear. I think it's about balanced correctly. I think it is. I'm hoping I'm not too loud, because I pretty much just turned up my mic volume. And apart from that, everything's back to what it used to be. Also need to put the stream back into performance mode, just to try and prevent any frame loss if it would happen. It's unlikely, but it's worth being safe, you know? It's worth being safe. Yeah, I can't entirely remember where we're needing to go. All I know is we need to go to the east, because that's what we were told to do. And, I mean, who am I to say no to doing what I'm told? And, oof, look at that. 115 crit. Well done, Sylvando. But yeah, me and Sylvando both have platinum swords, I believe it is.
How do you like
We won't sell any wands or daggers in the casino. So, yeah, it's just me and Sylvando currently who are more powerful. I still do plan to dual wield Sylvando into daggers at some point. Yeah, Eric gets, I think, enough skill points for dual wielding. That's, yeah, it costs 16. There we go. Eric can now wield 2 daggers or 2 boomerangs if he would want. There's a few things he could do. Few things. I'm thinking I'm going to send him down the boomerang route. I'm not entirely certain, but we'll see. We'll see. So I do like the idea of going for boomerangs. Simply because I want Sylvando to go for knives. It kinda makes sense. Yeah, before I forget, Eric, have a second knife. This one gives you a bunch of deftness. It's just his original knife, not anything particularly fancy. But it'll do the job. It will most certainly do the job. Yeah, get onto Emerald Coast. I know where Emerald Coast is, that's not where we're wanting. Emerald Coast would be back towards Heliodor. It's definitely not what we're after. But yeah, I'm enjoying the game. I'm having a lovely, lovely time just actually getting back to it, you know? It's been too long since I last played it. Or, it had been. It hasn't been at this point. I've been playing it quite a bit. Yeah, just murder, I'm thinking. I just need to message someone on my phone. Sorry if I'm seeming distracted, that is why. Just a second. Apologies for that. Apologies. I just had to message someone. But yeah, I think this is where the ocean becomes a lot larger than what we were just seeing. You can see big tree in distance. That's lovely. More importantly though, you can see this. What's this all about? Who knows? Let's go have a look. I mean, I know. It doesn't do anything at the moment, but it'll come into play later, don't you worry. Yeah, now I'm a little concerned. Because I believe the enemies further out at sea here, they're a little bit on the meaner side.
How do you like this?
Not too bad, but definitely not the friendliest. Just do a flame slash, get the most damage I can. Some of these pillars of water. Apparently, a group attack, that. And one of them is trying to intercept all the attacks. Which, a little odd, but fair enough, I guess.
Thanks.
I guess he just wants to keep his friend alive for a moment, which, to be fair, his friend is almost dead. Correction, his friend is now dead. Yeah, we definitely need to get new weapons for Eric. That second knife does nothing. Like, it occasionally does 1 damage against these guys, which... yeah, it's not great. It's not great. Ideally, though, we do want to get boomerangs.
We did it, darlings! Fabulous,
Speaking of, actually, we do have a cruiserang, don't we? We don't have a second boomerang, however. So, yeah, maybe we'll hold off. Yeah, do we have enough for this? Yes, we do. It was 12. I remembered correctly. We're going to continue going down to dual wielding. However, we're now able to refund these points. That'll give me 18 plus 4, 22 points. We need another 12 points. Then we can get to dual wielding. Got it. It's nice coral as well. Yeah, I'm trying to remember where the port is over here. I know it's somewhere kind of in this area. Is it under this? No, I can't go under that. There's a port somewhere. I'll find it. I'll find it. I mean, if I didn't, that'd be quite a boring stream because I'd just be sailing around. Thanks, Sil. I appreciate the heal.
Thanks.
I love him. I keep saying it. He's the best character. Can't convince me otherwise. Serena's doing pretty well herself. Like, Serena, she's just a solid healer. I think Sylvando, yeah, he's able to re-heal and a group heal will unlock soon. It'll definitely be good. But it's not as good as just Serena being able to focus on it, you know? Ah, this is the port we need to go to. Lovely. Figured it out. It took a while, but we figured it out. In we go. What exactly can we expect to find? I mean, we've got Dave. I love him. It's not Dave. He's fancier than that. Means you must be tired after a long journey. If you're not, there's an inn, but a short distance along the road. Lovely. We've also got this shack. I can't remember if there's anything here, but there's a man. Hello. So our address used to be Kingdom of Flowers, beautiful place, monsters destroyed it. Brilliant. Just very quickly read through that. I I didn't read it very thoroughly, so I apologise if anyone's missing out on the lore of Zwardrust, the no longer existent kingdom in this game. We'll also be coming across Dundrazel, which was essentially Scotland, as far as I'm aware. And we know that my main protagonist here, he is a descendant from their nobility, royalty, something of that kind. I don't think we've had it confirmed exactly what. Or have we? I won't say regardless, just in case it gets revealed later. But he is from the Ruined Kingdom, which we'll be coming across before too long.
Here we go.
Yeah, just murder some enemies. We want to make sure that, yeah, we've got one of each unique enemy killed, and we want to be doing fighting regardless, so that we can be getting any kind of XP we need to keep up with levels. So I think we're doing fine.
How wonderful.
We're at, like, level 18, I feel is a good amount to be. We're not particularly struggling against these guys. I still aren't entirely certain. Because we can tell when we're over leveled. Because we've got the thing on to stop us getting over leveled so easily. The Draconian quest for it.
Let's go.
And yes, let's go, Eric. As he says. One casts Whoosh. Could have sworn Whoosh hit the whole group, but I guess not.
Bad at all.
And yeah, no, I'm feeling level 18 seems to be about right for this. I'm a little annoyed that Sylvando keeps doing his re-heal because he's quicker than Serena. I'll need to get some agility to Serena so that she can act quicker in the round. Because Sylvando tends to just waste his turns. Or at least that's what I'm noticing.
Here you are.
Thankfully, he didn't try and re-heal me there. So that's definitely a positive. Yeah, we're down to only one Cyclone left.
Yep.
Thanks.
It's an odd looking fella, isn't he? They also don't have
Did I
legs.
do all right?
Yeah, you can tell when they're getting, like, their death animation. And also glass frets. I believe that was needed to make iron armor. I couldn't say whether it's used later on to make other types of armor, but that's definitely a good one for now. A butterfly wing, I'll hardly say no to. Yeah, we would like to get rid of one of these fellas as well. One of the... We've got War Griffin, a Great Saber, and a Hocus Chimera. Which has just been paralysed. Thank you very much, Eric, that'll help. Just uses Flame Slash on the Griffin. Down he goes. Sylvando takes out the Chimera. Just needs to take out the Saber, which is not a tough enemy. We'll be fine. There we go. Yeah, I think we're around a good level for this. And, oh, it's a fancy chest. It's a prayer ring. Prayer ring's quite good. It, if I remember correctly, lets you use it as an item to restore MP during battle, with a chance that it'll then break. It's fine. It's not particularly my favourite item because it doesn't really give you any stat boosts. But if you just stick it in someone's pocket, they can use it as an item in battle. It's essentially MP heal for later in the game. I can't remember how good it is, however. And I also don't think MP is going to be much of an issue ever. So yeah, we'll need to see. We'll need to see. Also, that has a very orange scarecrow. You special in any way? No? Don't think you are. Alright. Let's make our way towards the end then, because I do see in the minimap we have a quest. Can't go ignoring quests for important things some of the time. That's not the jump button, that's the jump button. Quickly though, climb down the well. You have to. Come across a good well, you give it a good clamber down. And nothing there. Alright, alright. What about over this way? You have anything? We do. Off to the side. I was about to be very disappointed. I'm still a bit disappointed. Bit of gold ore. Not the best. I definitely would have enjoyed having a like chest or something. But ah well. Ah well. Just very quickly run around this kind of area. Because there's bound to be something, right? Not certain. There must be something hidden. No traveller, but it feels once part of the Great Kingdom, as Wardrust called it. Its heyday, its grandeur equalled that of Heliodor or Gallopolis. That is, until one night, when an enormous swarm of monsters razed the entire nation to the ground. Now all that remain are ruins. Its former glory is but a distant memory. But still, some remnants linger. The souls of those who were slain in that fateful night are still bound to the ruins by the weight of their grief. Twisted by their fury at the monsters who destroyed their homeland, by frustration at being unable to protect, they have become monsters themselves. Dead knots. When night falls, they rise from their graves and prowl the ruins of Zwardrus to atone for their failure and to assuage. I don't entirely know how to pronounce that. Their wrath. They attack any whom they encounter on sight. Traveller, those fiends were once my kinfolk. I cannot bear to see them suffer so. Will you help to end their torment and allow them to rest in peace at last? Sure. I'll go kill a monster or two. Thank you, my friends. My researches into the art of exorcism have led me to believe that my former countrymen will only find peace. They are purified by means of a power known as care prayer. Blonde-haired companion is skilled in the art of curative magic, is she not? Perhaps she might know something of this ability. Would you explore the ruins of Zwardrust at night and meet with these dead knots? Say a care prayer for their eternal souls before defeating them. They will surely find peace at last. Yeah, it's going to be annoying to do. I don't like pet power ones, but I'll very quickly check. It's very heavily raining outside. Yeah, I was wondering what the noise was. What was I was going to check? It was attributes. Serena, you want pet powers. Care prayer. Oh yeah, it's just protagonist and Serena. That's fine. We can do that. We'll also go into the inn. I believe that's not who I was looking for, but I believe there's some stuff hidden in here. I don't particularly care what he's saying. We're just gonna get a password. Let's just go to another kinda world. Is it Erdrick's future home? Just get to visit some guy's house. Fair enough. Read books. They might contain recipes. This looks to be a history book. Want to go in that kitchen though. That's going to be important. Ah, that was important. There's nothing in there. Absolutely nothing of note. You'll love to see it. There's not anything there. There's another book. Is this what I was remembering? Yes, it is. Smithing with steel. Soren steels, I would imagine, is boomerangs. The first boomerangs we can make. Also some full plate armor. But yeah, head out to the balcony. We've got a woman singing "For Goodness Sakes." And we can... I mean, not really do much, can we? We could from here, however, possibly jump over to that windmill for something shiny. We also get a mini medal. Love a good mini medal. Okay, I'm gonna try that again. I think we can get onto Bannister. That's a bit of an iffy jump though. I'm not gonna try too much. I'm gonna give it one more attempt. Because yeah, I'm not particularly bothered. It's not like it's a chest. It's just an item. Is that door gonna close? Yes, it is. I don't think it was proximity based. I was kind of treating it as if it was. Okay, we're on the banister, and we're now on here. What did we find? Not a diamond, a diamond. It's not something I recognise, honestly. It's probably a rare enough material. What is that? Something soak up a fatal... Oh. It takes a fatal attack for someone? Oh, I like that. That's basically just a saving grace whenever you need it. Yeah, where else is better than up here? It's a bit of foraging, you know? Make some boomerangs, hopefully. They're expensive and difficult to do. I don't know if I'll be doing that yet. Yeah, to make steel stuff, steel shields, not really better than what I have. Helmet, better than what Sylvando has. And yeah, boomerangs. I'm going to want to make these. We need iron ore, apparently silver and iron. And bones. Now, bones would have carbon in them. Those mixing with iron, yeah, I could see making a very crude steel. Silver, I don't see where that fits into the equation. Oh well, keep an eye out for bones. I don't know where we get them. If I had to take a guess, I'd say the saber cats would drop them. They strike me as something that would have a kind of bone, you know? Also, quickly poke my head over in this direction. Because I believe there is, yeah, a chest amongst all this poison. Let's see, can we... No, we can't parkour over the poison. It's just poison. Do, however, get a purple eye. We do get royal soil. And we also get to go underneath. Which, yeah, currently locked. Thought it would be. Was worthwhile checking though, I guess. Also grab whatever this is. More royal soil. Yeah, any chance we can actually do anything over this way? I wouldn't have thought we could. They probably want to block our path, don't they? Because I believe this is not the way to go. I could be wrong. This could perhaps actually be the way I meant to go. Actually, I'm starting to think the more we go over here, the more it's seeming like the way to go. Because yeah, we did need to get to, I guess, like the north of Gondolia. Which, this would head towards Gondolia. Yeah, let's try and head on through. Yeah, no, that's the way back from somewhere. I knew I about remembered correctly. I never doubted myself. Yeah, no, I very much doubted my kind of remembering abilities. Memory, that would be the word. Yeah, heal all and be on our way. It's useful to be able to just call a horse from anywhere. I swear that wasn't a thing in the base game. I couldn't tell you though, and I'll be honest, didn't want to go down the stairs while mounted, but I appreciate the game stopping me from, like, trying to ride a horse galloping down some stairs. That seems like a bad kind of idea. Also, goblins. These guys are weak. That's good. So that means I can just have fun battering them away. Some of life's, like, small pleasures, you know? Just battering goblins out of your way. It's good fun. That's a good time. Yeah, we're now heading towards kind of Dundrizil, as you might be able to guess from the name of the area being Dundrizil region. Well, we'll be getting a lot of story stuff around this kind of area soon, where I don't think getting it right away. Also, these enemies... Nah, it's just a strangely coloured cactus. We've got goblins, we've got That's not orcs, is it? That's bandits down there. Oh, and robber rabbits of some type. It is a rotten tail. Okay. I'll be honest, did not remember his name. I recognise, like, the kind of style. We fought the robber rabbit before, who looked like him. Yeah, get rid of the Dracolites if we can. I'm a little worried about them, because they'll be able to cast magic. Magic can do, like, pretty big hits. Thankfully, this guy just seems to be a fairly puny melee fighter. Hits lots of times for low damage, which doesn't do a lot. And fancy chest. Magic water, not particularly good. And a red eye in the worst one. Now that's interesting. I think that is just a bandit, that guy in a robe. If I get off my horse... Yes, I'm glad I remembered correctly. You get a hornet mount. Well, I'll climb on this guy in a second. A hornite, as they are called. Let's give it a big ol' whack. There we go. Appreciating the exhilarating commentary, Serena. Yeah, there we go. And let us get a fancy mount. Because this one lets us do kind of hover over water and whatnot. Which, very useful, you know, when there's water and you need to get over it. I can't remember entirely, but I think there's some useful resources which you can get to by going over the water. And they're not bandits, they're just called hoods. Fair enough. Very, very humanoid monsters. Which is weird, because it's not humans.
Score
yeah.
one for the good guys.
Not particularly tough. You're now gone and dealt with. And I doubt there's anything down there. Yeah, I'm sorry, horse, but we are just leaving you alone for a while. Instead, we're going over here. Hopefully not skipping past like any cutscene triggers, because I wouldn't want to accidentally break the game. But I would imagine they've fought through it. Yeah, Necklace of Immunity. If memory serves, that was a fairly good one. The concrete earrings aren't all that great. Necklace of Immunity. No, that's just poison. That's a shame. Do you have a Devil's Tail though? Does give bonus agility. We also... Is that an Angel's Ring we made? When did we make this? I forgot about that. Yeah, well, we'll give the agility ring to you. There we go. That was, I'm pretty sure, intended for her to make her quicker. And then I just completely forgot to actually hand it to her. So I'm glad I noticed that. Because it's definitely going to help. I'll, hopefully anyway, prevent Sylvando from wasting time trying to do a re-heal, only to have the person then fully healed. Yeah, another enemy we want to murder. We've not, I think, killed one of you yet. I want to say we're called a jargon? Yeah, we're a jargon. Also, if we're caught off guard, we can just slap with swords and whatnot. It's all thing. Not all that off guard though, seeing as I did get a counter attack. Yeah, Serena just acted first.
You're mine.
That's surprising. She's a lot quicker with that new ring than I thought she'd be. Yeah, come on, just finish off the grublins. And bam, you've been blinded. Not that that does a lot, but yeah, Jargon, you're a dragon. You can just die. 107 damage. And oh, the whole team's pepped. We need to go back to the previous area, fight one of those dead knights or dead knots. And
Let's do this.
Eric, no. No, you've ruined it, Eric. It was a goblin dude. He's not worth doing that on. I need him to be pepped up. God damn it, Eric. I can't believe you. I'm genuinely quite miffed at that. That's annoying. Well, we'll do it another time then. We'll do it another time. Just so it doesn't happen again. As soon as we're all unpepped, I'll turn off pep powers. I'm not going to turn it off just now. I was going to, but I then decided no, that's not the most sensible idea. Because we want to be able to have him use it so we then recover quickly. Yeah, I'm quickly having a peek over here because I can't 100% remember what we do in this direction. Like, we can get a mount, who I believe is needed to get down to that chest, right? How does this work? Because he's not wanting to go down. I'm very confused. I feel we're supposed to be able to jump down there. And I don't like what they just did. Bonus 2 to both agility and to attack? Yeah, no, we're wanting them gone. Yeah, thanks, Sylvando. he was a scary one. I don't like it when they become angry. That's just kind of deadly. How do I get to that chest? Is it a case of jumping off this bridge, then going around? Because it wouldn't give you a Hornite here, if that wasn't somewhat intended. Unless I can somehow fly up this cliffside. I wouldn't have thought so. Because that would somewhat lead back down. Perhaps get to that chest another time. I'm going to stop trying to do that because I don't think I can get to it right this second.
Dazzle.
Indeed, dazzle.
Wonderful.
It's a wonderful thing, you're right, Serena. God damn grublins. Getting that counter attack's pretty mean.
Not bad at all. Who else wants some?
But yeah, well, I'll come back to this area. I don't think we can get to the chest right now. Unless, if I go to the bottom, there might be one of the kind of skeleton riding dudes. That's who I'm guessing we need. I'm not certain that's who we need, but it would make sense. Is there a skeleton riding dude? No? No, there is not. There is an item. Chunk of silver ore. It's alright. There's also more enemies. Thought these were regular cactuses for a second, they're not. So, definitely see a unique enemy, fight a new enemy. That's what it is. Yeah, just try and get rid of them. I'm happy to use a bit of my MP to do that better. Also noticing my main character, like Poison, he's level 19. He's a level higher than everyone else. I don't know how he is higher. I could have sworn other people were higher level than him in the past. And thank you very much for the follow. I very much appreciate it, Carl June.
Thanks.
If you want to talk in the chat, I'm more than happy to talk about things if you want. Otherwise, I'm just going to keep playing the game.
Score one for the good guys.
Yeah, I think that should be all the enemies in this region fought at least once. We should have, I think, everyone now kind of caught up on levels and everything as well. So we should be safe to continue the main story. Which I believe, if we head this way and take a left. Yeah, up we go. I say up. It's not really up. I kind of thought there were stairs, but no, it actually goes down. That's fine. I'm just, I'm a vertically challenged man, you know? I struggle with figuring out whether it's up or down. Yeah, Octagania. I believe the home of the arena. Which we'll be seeing a bit more of soon. I do enjoy all the kind of neon lighting though. Like, I think we've seen it on the casino sign before now, and now we've got more.
Home of muscular brutes beating the bejesus out of each other. I've always wanted to visit.
I love Sylvando. He's got away with words, doesn't he?
Oh, great. They're fans of Hendrik, huh? I hate this place already.
Hey there, handsome. Y'all here to take part in the tournament?
Oh yeah, this is America.
You
I
sure
forgot
oughta.
that.
The masked martial arts meet is where all the biggest fighters make their names.
So yeah, this is America City, right next to the fallen city of Scotland.
What's it say? Show the world what you've got in the greatest fighting contest anywhere in Erdrea. Awesome prizes available.
A tournament, eh? I thought she was going to invite you to a boring old dance or something. I wonder what the masks are for.
Masks are for excitement.
What's that at the
It's
bottom?
fun.
All bouts to be held in the rooftop arena.
Honestly,
I
you've got good
suppose that must be
eyesight,
on top of
Serena.
the big building over there.
How the hell can she see what I'm holding? But yeah, let's inquire about the arena. Because something tells me this is how we get the rainbow, because I've played the game before. I know that the rainbow is a prize.
Hey, look! It's the rainbow! It's got to be!
I hardly spoiled anything, but literally learn it right this second.
The merchant who bought it from the Sultan of Gallopolis must have sold it to the tournament organizers.
Does this mean we're going to have to enter the tournament?
Nope.
Looking
It
forward
means we're
to
gonna
it.
have to win it.
It's about to be two of my favourite characters getting introduced. One of them is the Scottish old pervert character. He's lovely. Hey there, welcome to Octagonia. If you want to throw your hat into the ring and take part in the MMA tournament, you've come to the right place. This is the registration desk. The rules are simple. Each fight is between two pairs of fighters, and everybody has to wear a mask. Fighters are paired off at random. That's what makes it fun. Luck of a draw. It's what keeps folks coming back every year. This time around, we've got some very special prizes indeed. And the best one of all is the rainbow. You won't believe the lengths Amir went to get a hold of that thing. Now, you look like you got some fight in you. So, how about it? Wanna give the MMA tournament a try? Of course, I'll go, like, not murder folks. It's just a very light murder in the arena, you know? That's what I like to hear. Alrighty then, here's your mask and your number for your partner. Good luck. I get a nice mask and a number 11. Fitting for Dragon Quest 11. He's now ready to enter the MMA tournament. Partner draw will be starting soon, so head up to the arena on the 3rd level as soon as you're ready. The elevator behind me will take you right there. Good luck for the draw and happy fighting. I'm gonna check, because I don't remember if it is, but is the actual mask a thing? No. It's not. Also, I don't know who I want as my partner. I get a feeling it would be Serena. Would be after. Also, give her an outfit again. Is that not save? There we go. Just, I like my characters having outfits. It's not because it's revealing or anything, I promise. And I think if I did take someone, Sylvando, he does decent damage. He also has a shield, and he can do some light healing. Now, my protagonist, dude, he has mid heal. He just unlocked it. But yeah, I think give this to Sylvando. That's a lot of charm he now has. 134. That is honestly a lot higher than I thought we'd be getting this early on. But yeah, I would imagine we get a heal before we go into arena. I was about to say we'll go to the inn first, but nah. We'll just head straight on through. Got a mask? Yep, okay. You can head on up. You ready to go right now? I think I am. I really hope I am. Because if we don't end up getting a 3 heal before the fight, I might need to be concerned. I'll assumedly be fine. I'll assumedly be fine. Game? You okay, game? I'm supposed to be up there. Well, this is a first. Well, I didn't know this is what it looked like underneath. However, I really hope we can zoom. Because if we can't, we're stuck. Yeah, okay, cool. We can escape. First time I've ever seen that happen. I've not once encountered a bug before now. Yeah, we want to go to Octagonia though. Let's go back to here. Actually thinking now, I might have been able to go straight to Octagonia. I just thought to myself, we were already there, so it probably wouldn't let me. But ah well. Let's try that again. Maybe for good luck we'll just go into the inn this time. Just because I am a bit worried. I did not expect myself to fall through the floor, rather than going upstairs or up to the roof, I guess. But yeah, stay overnight, get a nice heal in, restore everyone's like MP as well. And yeah, before we go in, just because the tournament can be a bit mean, let's put 3,000 gold away. For safekeeping. I doubt we'll lose. Well, we'll be fine, right? Actually, no, we'll be back into this inn later. I'll check the downstairs another time. For now, head on through to the arena for the... I mean, technically second time, but for the first time. Because last time we just fell down. Yeah, I've got a mask. You're gonna take me up this time, right? Yes. This time it took me up. I did not fall through to the bottom of the lift. How the hell did that even happen before? I genuinely have no idea how that's a thing that can happen. Also, that bed works as an inn. I could have saved myself a lot of bother by doing that. Well, I said a lot of bother. I could have saved myself 40 gold in like half a minute.
Ladies
Well,
and
here we are.
gentlemen, are you ready? It's everyone's favorite season of the year, fighting season! Let's throw open
that's
the
most
big book
seasons
of brawling legends
in
and
this
get
game.
ready to write in some new names. The Masked Martial Arts Tournament starts here. Now, before our fighters get down and dirty, it's time to find out who'll be paired with who. Let's hope everyone
Oh yeah, I don't get to
gets
pick
the
my
partner
teammates,
they
do I?
deserve.
It is random
I'm
matching.
going to draw balls from this box right here and call out the numbers. Each pair of numbers forms a team. Fighters will be counting on you to make the most of whoever you're matched with. Remember, teamwork makes the dream work.
God damn it, Mr.
Alrighty,
Dixon,
let's
man. You didn't
get
have to add that
started.
bit in. That's just cheesy.
And the first number is 11.
Fighter number 11.
Fighter number
Here we
11.
go.
Step right up.
Is it like lucky to be the first drawn? I don't know.
All right, now time to find out who'll be fighting beside you. Let's see. Who will it be? 8. It's fighter number 8.
Number 8.
Number 8.
I mean,
Make your
8's a good
way
number
up to
too,
the
you know?
stage.
That'll be fine, I'm sure.
Charmed, I'm sure.
Hold on a wee second there.
Ah, it's whenever one of my characters are like... Hello, Rab, you old Scottish pervert, you.
I'm not putting this young lassie's fate in the hands of a ballyhoo like you and your box of balls.
But sir, it's the rules.
I mean, allow me to check that with the official adjudicator.
I love Rab, he's great. No other character use words like ballyhoo.
My mistake, fighters. Seems this gentleman here has a special arrangement. Number 11 gets another pick of the partner pot.
I'm hoping I get the
Looks
guy
a
with his
big
tongue
idea.
sticking out.
Play fair, will ya?
Come on now, folks. Be reasonable. The official adjudicator has spoken. Now, why don't we see who number 11 will be fighting beside? It's number
7.
7.
It's a
Fighter
decent
number
number.
7, come on down.
I'll save about every number that comes up, don't worry.
Looks like I'm up.
Ah, Vince got picked already.
Well, how about that? Number 11's new partner is last year's champion, Octagonia's favorite son, Vince Vanquish!
Quite like Vince.
Hey, man,
He's got
good to meet
he's
you.
got a decent amount
Let's
going
break
on.
some heads.
The draw continues and eventually all the fighters are paired off. Good to know. I'd imagine that is how the kind of draw works.
That's it, folks! Our teams have been decided! Now all that remains is to wait for the action to begin. Let's wish the best of luck to all our fighters!
But yeah, this is This is somewhat difficult, as Vince technically isn't in the party. So he isn't able to die. It largely will come down to us being lucky, you know? How'd it go? Got a good partner. Not well before opening fights, so I had to fit in. Ah, yeah, that's fine. Apparently, I could have rested at the inn for free. It's another bad decision on my part to have rested at the inn beforehand. Ah, well. I'm sure it's fine enough, right? It's fine enough. Also, before I go all the way back to the inn, no, that's just a locked door. There isn't a chest. Just wanted to check because that is the edge of everything. I thought there might be something in the dead end.
You've been paired with last year's champion. Lucky old you.
Oh yeah, I'm a lucky
Not that
man.
you even need a partner. I was just saying to Veronica, they should change the rules so you can compete on your own. Wasn't I, Veronica?
I mean, Veronica's buggered off.
Veronica? Where's
I don't know where she
gone?
is.
She was here a moment ago. What's all that commotion outside? Oh. Oh dear.
What's Veronica done now?
Why don't you learn to look where you're going?
Me look where I'm going. You're the one strolling around with your nose in the air, you snooty little midget.
What?
I think that's an apt description for
You
her.
walked right into me, you big lump. Didn't your mother ever teach you to say sorry?
Cool. You really don't know when to shut up, do ya? This is all I need after me bleeding, stinking luck in that bleeding, stinking draw.
Don't take it out on the kid, Underdigger. We all have our bad days.
Who said that? Come here and I'll... Champ.
They actually did have an audio. Like an audible
I
goal.
get it. You
That's
didn't get the
surprising.
draw you wanted. But you gotta roll with the punches, man. I mean, you're a tough guy. What does it matter who you partner with, right?
Well, since you put it like that, champ. Sorry, Squirt. I'll, Kev? Kev, is that you, mate? Kev?
That's Kev. You know?
Veronica, are you
Let's
all
do it
right?
off to Kev.
Hey there, partner. You know this little lady? I guess all's well that ends well, huh? Glad I could help out.
He's brilliant.
Alright,
Love
gotta
Kev.
bounce.
He's
I got
best
kids to feed,
character.
then I'm hitting the sack.
I don't know if he actually
We ain't gonna win
exists.
tomorrow if we don't rest up. You take it easy too, you hear? I'll come get you bright and early.
But yeah, now to rest up. Nice simple thing to do. But before we do any of that, I believe there are quite a few kind of hidden boxes around here with treasure. If I remember right, I think there was some up there. If we can get up that building. I'm not entirely sure how. It's definitely parkour that you need to do to get some of these boxes. I can't entirely remember where the boxes exist though. Presumably somewhere in the somewhat immediate vicinity. I just can't remember how you get to them. Got a bunch of people clapping. You've got, I mean, a door that doesn't open. That's not got anything then. This one does open. I'm just going to try going up the stairs of all of them. Because we can get to a roof. We can jump from roof to roof, I believe. Although, no, that does have something of interest. I was about to say there's not a way to the roof, but we do have a book. Sadly, not a recipe book, but a book nonetheless. It would have been lovely to have got some recipes. But I can definitely understand why we didn't. Yeah, I want to just try pretty much every door. Because I don't entirely remember what the shops have. Like, they might have something decent. They got an actual mask. Apparently a hat. Fair enough. Iron helmets, iron armor, cloak of evasion. That's a good one. I might come back for that, because I do have 3,000 gold put away in my bank. I think that'd be a worthwhile investment. Not 100% certain, but I think it would be. Because I would imagine if we upgrade it to +3, that'd be like a plus like 5%, 6% chance of evading. Yeah, Star of Clarity. Just as confusion chance. Yeah, nah, we'll be fine. We'll be fine. Then I think there's one more chest if we go up here. There was something. I swear there was. Up there. There's one. Yeah, we can get to that in a second. For now, head through to the inn. Rest up for the night. Go do our MMA fighting. That'll all be good. That'll all be good, because we get to see Rab. We also get to see, I believe it's Jade she's called. Who, but we'll learn more about the two of them soon. They will become our party members after all of this. So I'm not going to spoil much. I'm not going to spoil much. And a green eye. Collecting all colours of eye. It's like chaos eyes, you know? Like, we must be able to turn into some kind of powered up form soon. Vince's new partner. Yep, I'm just going to have a rest. Because I believe it triggers a cutscene. I can't remember if it's now or if it's later we get the cutscene.
Rise and shine, partner. Time to hit the arena.
Is that all the cutscene there is? Yeah, I was thinking of a different cutscene. That's fine. Well, Vince, I think we're good to go. I'm as set as I'm gonna be. Which isn't very, to be completely fair.
Ladies and gentlemen, the wait is over. It's time for our first bout! And boy, is it a big one. Vince Vanquish and his mysterious new partner take on the Underdigger and the Abominable Showman! Teams, enter the arena!
I do enjoy how, by pure coincidence, we very much have teams of similar physiques that we'll be fighting against, and like similar styles.
We meet again, Underdigger. Gotta stop bumping into each
Well,
other.
we'll
like
see a
this.
bunch of them soon.
Oh, give me a break, will you? Up against a champ in the first round? I must have the worst bleeding stinking luck in the whole bleeding stinking world. Right, you, here's the plan. We wallop the kid first, then we move on to Vince, alright? That way, we might actually stand a chance of getting out of here alive.
Is this a fight for death?
Sure thing. We're gonna win this easy, and then all the girls are gonna be swooning over me. You'll see.
I did not enjoy that second guy.
All right, teams, I want a nice clean bout. On my word. Here it comes, folks. And fight!
Into a fight where we only have one party member, which makes this scary. Thankfully though, they're immediately ignoring the plan he just had. and he attacked Vince instead. Yeah. It seems they're going after Mr. Did 1 damage? Am I over leveled? Yeah, we're going after the Underdigger first, seemingly. But and Vince is taking 67 points of damage. To be fair, from crits. Why am I taking none?
You're in for a bit of bother now.
Okay, yeah, no, I take some from the Underdigger. Okay, that makes sense. I'm assuming they have a pet power, right? I thought I remembered that. Yeah, that's a lot of damage to me. I'm gonna want to be doing a mid heal, I believe, to myself. There we go. And, that was his thing. I thought he didn't hit very hard, but now that there's more of him, he's still not really hitting hard at all. But there's more of him. So that's something. And ooh, 134 crits. That is nice. But yeah, seeing as they don't seem to have a lot of health, just do Sizz. Didn't do as good as I'd hoped. Did not do as good as I'd hoped. But that's fine. We'll figure out which one's the real one, right? If I had to guess, it'd be the one who's low on health. No? It wasn't him. Well, we'll figure it out. This isn't a tough fight, this is just gonna take a while. They're not able to deal damage to me. Which almost makes us feel like cheating. But yeah, we found the right one we have to fight. It's him. This is fine. Come on, Vince. I know what... No, Vince is not gonna do it. I was gonna say I know what you've got to do, but he's just silly. There we go, bro. We have won our first fight. 300 XP. Not as much as like some of the enemies we fought outside of here. But to be fair, it's not like a proper boss fight.
That's it! It's all over! Vince has done it again!
What about me? Like, yeah, Vince has done it, but so have I. Can't believe this obvious bias towards the previous champion.
Nice job, partner. You're tougher than you look. Huh. Sounds like the next fight started already.
Next fight. Who's fighting, I wonder?
Go? She's incredible!
That's Eric. I mean, it makes sense there's more team members in the fight, but I didn't remember there being more. Eric's friend's not doing too well.
Who is this girl? I can barely keep up. And what's with the old guy? He's just
Rob doesn't
standing
even need
there.
to take part. He's doing fine.
You do make it ever so easy.
Anyone who bullies Eric's all good enough in my books. She's not particularly bullying, she's just...
You're done, kid.
She's good in showmanship.
Rab and Jade are the winners!
Heavens be praised. How are we supposed to compete with that?
Admit it, Vince. Even you're impressed.
Yeah, she ain't bad.
Yeah. That's a worrying fight we'll have to do later. But thankfully, Rab's not taken part yet. Preliminary bouts draw to a close, and Vince and Poison make it safely. I did not finish that in time.
Here are the
That's
teams
not
who'll be
important.
fighting it out for your pleasure in the final bouts.
I'm assuming it said me made it through to the finals or something. I like how you had guys cheering the back just there. All had the same shirt on. Like, I think there's 5 of them in a line.
Rab and Jade continue their incredible run and Pip the champ at the post? It's all still to play for. Come back tomorrow when the action continues. You won't wanna miss it!
Yeah, there's a lot of people that got through. I'm seeing Sylvando hidden there right in the back as well. So we have him to look forward to.
I lucked out getting you as my partner. We're in with the chance, you and me. Anyway, I better go. The kids will be waiting for me back at the orphanage.
And yes, one of his character traits. Orphanage, so he must be a good guy, you know? That's just how it works if you help out at an orphanage.
What was that? She wipes the floor with you. You should be ashamed of yourself, going out in the first round.
Look, I did the best I could, okay? But she's not normal.
Puh. Are you sure you weren't just love-struck? You looked a bit weak at the knees to me. And what with her flashing her legs around like that, well...
Veronica!
Poor Eric.
It's them!
Huh?
Excuse me, lassie. Would you mind standing aside?
Oh, yes, of course. Sorry.
Shall we?
I'd keep a close eye on your partner if I were you.
Yeah, she's got an idea of something going on, which we
Keep an eye
don't.
on Vince. What does she mean by that?
You don't think it could be anything to do with the missing people we heard about, do you? Didn't someone say that they were all competitors in the tournaments they have here? Could Vince be in danger?
Missing people? That's the first I've heard of it. Doesn't sound good, though. Maybe you should go check on Vince. Don't want your partner disappearing before the big day.
I guess to the orphanage then. But it's fine. I'm sure Vince is sturdy enough to not have anything happen to him. It's all good. Are we not able to jump down there? That's a shame. I kind of thought that might be a shortcut. That's quite an annoying path to have to take to go all the way around. But so be it. That's fine. Just need to head all the way down. And, oh, not even the orphanage. We just had to bump into him here before he headed off. Because the orphanage, as you'd imagine, is the, like, church in this place. So, if you look at the minimap, it's easy enough to figure out it's over here.
Oh, it's you. Man, I thought you were some creep sneaking up on me. Sorry, it's just... I keep hearing about fighters going missing. Kinda puts a guy on edge, you know? Didn't mean to scare you, partner. Seeing as you're here, why don't you come inside?
Yeah, it's a lovely guy, just trying to help out this orphanage. Be a shame if anything happened to him.
Look! Uncle Vince is back!
I'm not spoiling anything, don't worry.
You kids were good while I was gone, right?
Uh-huh.
Is this a friend of yours, Uncle Vince?
Yup. A very important one. So you play quietly while he's here, okay?
I'll be sure! catch you there. Catch me.
I was born and raised in this orphanage, man. That's actually why I fight. Wanted to raise some money, give a little something back, you know? Trouble is, fighting's all I'm good at. If I stop winning, these kids stop eating. Won't be a problem this year, though. You and me, we're going all the way. Good to have you along for the ride, partner.
Vince talks on and on for hours, while Poison struggles to get word on edgeways.
Man, look at the time. Sorry, once I start gabbing, I kinda find it hard to stop. Wait, was there something you wanted to talk about? I mean, I'm guessing that's why you came to... Huh. Hey, did you hear that? It came from my room. There it is again. There's somebody up there.
Ah, it's just when the kids playing, I'm sure. It's fine. It's fine. But yeah, we ought to run up and gonna do story stuff. It's all fine. I believe it was one of these rooms. Is it here? Because there's a kid outside.
Man, some punks tossed my room. What kind of lowdown, dirty thief burglarizes an orphanage anyhow? And what were they looking for? Just you creeps, wait! Listen, we got a fight to think about. It's late. You should stay here tonight. You down with that?
Nah, I'll head to the inn. That's all
Come on,
good, man.
There ain't no need to be polite or nothing.
Yeah, I don't get a choice.
Alright, go get some shut-eye. I'll wake you when it's time to hit the arena.
Yeah, Vince, he's a lovely guy, you know? He's a lovely, lovely guy.
Adam, partner, it's fighting time. That's the spirit. We got a fight to get to.
Please just take me to the arena. I don't want to have to walk. Thank you, Vince. I appreciate it. To the fight we go then. It's not too difficult getting all of this stuff.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready for some more masked martial arts action? Our first fight of the day features the favorites for the title. It's the Invincibles, starring none other than reigning champion Vince Banquet!
I feel there's way too much emphasis on Vince in this team, you know?
They'll be facing off against hometown hotties Cinderella and Wambolina, aka the BT Queens!
But yeah, again, another matchup of people who are apparently a well-known team.
I'm Cinderella. And I'm Wambolina. Hello, boys.
Just a bunch of
Seems the
horny
girls
men.
have brought their fan club along. Well, get ready to cheer your hearts out, folks.
Again, we've got all the guys in the same shirt.
Something tells me this
There's
is going
so
to
many
be
of them.
about to
Like top
remember.
right.
Fighters, get ready
Why
to
are they all
go
wearing
to
the
war.
same? I swear we're doing the exact same movements as well.
Don't
They're
let the
just
pretty act fool you.
most
They
of the
made it this
crowd,
far. That
they're
means they
well
can
enough
fight.
kind of segregated, so there's not much repetition.
On your marks.
Just
Get
that one
set.
part.
Fight!
Let's get physical.
Yeah, one of them has a wand, the one that has a sword and a shield. So, wand, not particularly high damage. Sword, I would imagine, higher damage. So I'm gonna go for you. I didn't do a lot to Vince. Magic, however, could be bad. I'm gonna continue though, focusing on sword and shield person. And thankfully, I did not get hit by that. Yeah, but that's something to be worried about. They have heals. Still gonna keep trying to focus on her, but we'll see. And oh no, Vince is enthralled. It's down to me. That's fine though. I'm perfectly capable. I might want to heal myself though. Or not, because apparently they get their turn first. Definitely heal now though. I definitely need the heal.
Feel the burn! Let's turn up the heat.
Yeah, they really seem to be focusing on me at this point, which I'm not the fondest if that's what they're doing. However, we're almost done with the first, and I've become enthralled. That's a shame, because I'm kind of the main damage to our team. And okay, yeah, she's just a healer. We're gonna get rid of her. Yeah, I kind of thought we could out damage, but if she's healing 2 turns in a row, yeah, no, we're just gonna murder her instead. Or I was going to, I kind of forgot to retarget. That's fine. Retarget this time though. There we go. 47. So less damage to her, surprisingly. Despite her not being the one with the shield. That's a little weird. Alright, just heal myself up. Make sure I'm doing fine.
Feel the burn!
Yeah, both are low in health. Hopefully take out the healer in a second. Come on. You can do it, Vince. You did not target the healer, you silly, silly man. That's fine though. Healer should be down in a moment. I'm worried that they're both gonna get pepped up. I get pepped up, that's a nice one. Hopefully enough to finish her. Yeah, there we go. And please don't enthrall him. Honestly, it doesn't matter too much. But we've got damage. And there we go. Second fight as a victory. 500 XP. A perfectly solid amount.
That's it! It's all over! The Invincibles have done it again! All right, now, ladies and gentlemen, we're into the semi-finals. And here come our first challengers. Give them a big hand now. It's the Invincibles!
We're going straight into another fight.
They'll be taking on a pair of dashing dark horses who surprised us all with their flair for ferocity. It's Golden Boy and Sterling Silva, a.k.a. the Bullion Boys!
Yoo-hoo! Look out below!
So Vando. I love him.
So, we meet at last, foul villain. I had hoped you would survive long enough to suffer at my hands.
Love yourself.
Now, time to lie back and let the great I mean, the magnificent Sterling Silva show you which of us is the better once and for all.
He's brilliant. I really do. I do love him. He's great.
So you guys know each other?
Ha! Know each other? None can know the true identity of Sterling Silva and live. Nor that of his faithful sidekick, Golden Boy. The Bullion Boys' real names will go with them to their graves.
Huh. These guys sure know how to put on a show.
Brilliant. I like how Golden Boy's just not saying
we will not
anything.
be holding back. Our onslaught will be merciless and swift.
Huh. Likewise.
Vince spills a stopper out of the bottle and downs its contents in a single gulp.
Just my little pre-fight ritual.
He's
Alright,
taking
let's do
drugs. That's what he's doing, right?
Looks like our fighters are ready to rumble, folks. All right, on my word. Fight!
Yeah, I'm curious to see what Sylve does.
Beats the Bullion Boys.
Thankfully, he doesn't have the equipment I gave him. So he's not got a shield and doesn't have a platinum
This will
sword.
not be easy.
We've got man with dual boomerangs, which, I mean, I think should be the priority. The Sterling Silver, couldn't tell you who he actually is. I don't think he's necessarily got healing. I don't know. So I just focused down Golden Boy first. And, oh, 165. That is a lovely crit. God, Golden Boy got to do nothing that fight. That went amazingly well. Amazingly well. On Vince. You can do literally anything other than just hit them, Vince. You know that, right? Like, you've got abilities. Silva has become pepped, but that's fine. Because we're managing. And Vince, you healed me. You know what? Well done. Well done. I didn't know he was able to do that. I'm assuming he had like an item or something. Wasn't a spell.
We did it, partner.
But yeah, arguably easier than the previous fight. Gets us more experience, so 700 from beating up Silva. Not that I know who he is.
The Bullion Boys have been beaten!
It's made a lot easier when you have kind of not really overpowered, just very powerful weapons from the casino.
Sterling Silva defeated. But I feel no shame in losing to one such as you. It was a battle of epic and legendary proportions, and I thank you for it. Good luck in the final, darling.
And off he goes.
There he goes.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the showdown you've all been waiting for. The grand final of the Masked Martial Arts Tournament! That's right. Just 2 teams remain. Invincibles, if you please! They're hot favorites, folks, but will our hometown hero be able to retain his crown? Or will surprise newcomers Rab and Jade snatch glory from the reigning champ? Will the princess and the pudding please take to the stage?
This is Rab the Pudding. That's great.
Yes, it's the girl who moves like lightning and the old guy who doesn't move at all. Will they be making history here today? It's time to find out.
Something about these two gives me the willies. But we got this. Time for a little good luck boost.
He's got another one. Pulls a stopper from the bottle and gulps it down, apparently.
Did you see that?
I did.
Oh, yeah! Let's do this. Let's win this thing.
All right, laddie. Show us what you've got.
I love Rob.
This is it, folks. One last
He's
time
great.
now. Fight!
Show us what you've
Let's
got.
do this, shall we?
Yeah, we can do this. We've got Heavy Hitter and Jade. We've got Old Man who does spells and healing, I believe. As Rab. So we're going to take out Rab first. He's just assessing the situation for now. He is just doing nothing in character. But yeah, now he's doing magic. If he's doing magic, I do want to heal myself. There we go. Yeah, this is what I'm worried about. He can heal. He's kind of like the secondary healer for the team. Not as good as Serena. But yeah, he can heal. He can also snooze Vince.
Let the darkness consume you.
And I'll be honest, that really was not powerful for a pep move. I thought that'd be a lot worse. But, oof, that one hurts. You're not wanting to heal me, are you, Vince? No? I would appreciate it if you did, but oh well.
Blast off!
Guess instead, continue just whacking Rob. I do appreciate though that Jade isn't using a weapon. It's nice to not have to worry about extra damage from that. Because I can't remember what kind of abilities she gets, but I think unarmed must be one of them, right?
Metal.
Both are in orange health territory. We're doing fine. Just need Vince to hopefully wake up soon. But that should be right about gone. I'm taking a bit of a hit, but thankfully, so is Vince. Vince is helping me out here. Yeah, with Rab gone, no more healing. And not that they need it, because we've won.
Look out!
I kind of thought we'd won already, but...
That mark.
What in the It can't be. Can it?
Caught you napping, old man.
Aw, poor Rab, getting drop kicked.
You too? What's with everybody all of a sudden? Not that I'm complaining.
I don't appreciate it insinuating that we only won because they weren't paying attention.
We have a winner! Vince Vanquish has done it again!
Oh yeah!
Get a cool fanfare.
The Invincibles take the final! And what a final it was! Stick around for the award ceremony, folks.
We did it, man. We won. It wasn't easy, though, huh? That was the toughest tournament yet. Thanks for seeing it through with me, partner. Hey, the grand prize is something called the Rainbow. Word is, it's worth a bunch of dough. How about we sell it and split the...
And we get the rainbow.
Hey.
Brilliant.
Hey, Vince needs some help. Over here.
We just like carrying him off to the side, I'm assuming. Seems it's two burly guys. Hey, congratulations. Some incredible stuff out there. Shame about what happened to Vince though. Still, they're saying he won't be out of action for too long. Guess all years of fighting finally caught up with him. Anyway, they're postponing the award ceremony till he's better. Looks like you'll be sticking around a little longer, champ. Tournament's committee's arranged for some free accommodation for you at the inn. Why not rest up a while? And I guess I will do that. I'll never turn down a good rest in the inn, especially for free. It's kind of best price, you know? Oh, hey there. Heard about Vince. We're all kinda in shock. Listen, the tournament committee put some cash to pay for you to stay the night on account of what happened. You ready to turn in? Of course. Time for cutscene the second Indian.
It's me, Rab. I need a wee word with you. Can I come in? Just you in here, eh, laddie? I was hoping to speak to your pals too. Could you ask them to join us? It's Jade, the lassie I was fighting with in the tournament. She's missing. I've looked all over town, but she's nowhere to be found. I can't help but worry she's got herself caught up in something. Will you help an old man look for his wee friend?
Of course, Rab. I'd never say no.
Don't be like that now, laddie.
I apparently pressed
Come
B
on.
accidentally.
You're a star. With yourself and your pals here to help, I'm sure we'll find her in no time.
It's fine.
Right. The last place anyone saw her was over by the orphanage. Let's start there, shall we?
Well, to the orphanage then. Again, quite a trek to get there, but we'll get there. It's fine. And up we go. We should be pretty much fine. Should be pretty much fine. What are the kids looking all panicked for? This is bad, Mr. Poison. This is real bad. Uncle Vince ain't here. He's meant to be sleeping, but he's gone. Something super weird's happening in the garden downstairs, too. Garden downstairs, you say? Well, may as well have an investigate. What could be going on down here, other than a giant hole? Stairs leading down, so clearly it was sealed off. Yeah, down we go. We've got cobwebs, we've got zombie types, we've got bats. Typical fantasy cave, you know? Also got mechanical birds. Less typical, that one. We have pet powers, which, I mean, it's using me and Sylvando. Sylvando doesn't need to be pepped for it, weirdly. But yeah, we're not going to do that. We're instead going to just try and kill off these mechanical birds who are about place. I'm a bit worried about that zombie and how he was poisoning everyone. I might just finish him off. Just before the rest of them. Because yeah, we can get rid of them. They're fine. There's only one birdie left. Clockwork Cuckoo, yeah? Yeah. He's fled though, so it's fine.
Nice.
Eric's leveled up. He's got... I mean, I'm gonna say no, but you might actually be able to learn some boomerang stuff. It's just a case of I don't have boomerang abilities yet. I don't have boomerangs to then give him to use the abilities, so I'll hold off. I'll hold off. Yeah, make my way over this way because we have an item. Spotted that a while back. Well, I said a while back when we entered the cave. So yeah, definitely worth grabbing something shiny when you spot it. Also got another zombie. I think we're getting into fights. So just give him a whack beforehand and that's metal slimes. One of them's fled, but not both. If we can take him out, that's a lot of XP for us. Well done, Serena. Got to love it when you get just a random metal slime. It'd have been lovely if we got both. But yeah, I'm not going to complain. One is more than enough.
Score one for the good guys.
Yeah, 2000 XP. That's brilliant. 2000 is great. Yeah, we need to save up for 12 points of Sylvando, then we can unlock dual wielding. Serena's leveled up as well. She got 9 points. I can't remember what Serena's saving up for. Veronica might have enough for something. We'll see what everyone's doing. Firstly, Eric, boomerang, because there's heavy damage to slimes. We've also got one which apparently helps with metal enemies. That being the metal slimes, like one we just fought. Very useful to have on someone. Boomerang attacks with a pair of boomerangs. I'm assuming that needs you to dual wield to use it. Yeah, we're going to make our way into boomerang stuff. Don't know what's up there yet. We will get it eventually. But yeah, I'd rather go up this way because that kind of merges with his deftness and whatnot that he has. Because yeah, we want to be able to make our way up the kind of skill part. Because extra dodge chance, extra agility. That's just good. Next, Veronica. What are we getting you? I think it was Magical Might? Yeah, not MP. Let's take this. And we've unlocked a new skill. Ring of Ruin. We aren't going to be getting that yet. We might get it soon. I don't know how much we want it. I'll be completely honest. It's not the best. Increases the chance of getting a critical spell. If we have Veronica in for boss fight near the start, she gets that off. She's just buffed for a good while. That doesn't mean we're going to be getting it. Yeah, we need one more level for Serena, unless... Got rid of him of fire. That'd be good. I don't know why she has that. I never gave her it. See if we can find a statue to fix that. As for me, I need 16 points. 16 is fine. I can save up and... Metal Slime drops treasure chest. I mean, a seed of life. Just straight up extra health. Who am I worried about health-wise? Probably the protagonist, honestly. He's not got the best health, all things considered. So let's just get an extra 5 HP. That's a lovely find. I mean, it makes sense it was a kind of rare coloured chest. Because if you got that often from enemies, even if they're rare enemies, that'd be incredibly powerful. But yeah, down the ladder, we got a couple of routes to pick from. I personally prefer the one which goes over to the right, but we're going to go to the left because I mean, there might be something here. I can't entirely remember where we're supposed to go. We have skeletons. We've also got a dead-end room over here. So we definitely want to have a little poke in. See what it's got for us. It is 1,000 gold. Oh, that is incredibly disappointing. I much prefer getting an item out of these things. Is this going to be like a chunk of silver ore? Chunk of silver ore, yeah. Who would have guessed? Eric pepped up. Come on, Eric. You can... I don't entirely know, but you can, Eric. I'm sure you can. Need some iron ore, though. Which might involve me doing a bit of grinding off stream, do crafting. Well, we'll need to have a see. Need to have a see. I did not mean to defend. I thought I went over to abilities. That's fine. It's not a hard fight.
See ya!
Okay, you know, that's fine now. It was weird that it didn't work last time. But yeah, Flame Slash. There we go. Getting plenty of damage out. Even Serena's able to finish off one of those guys. That's down to these people. Skeletons aren't that bad, but I mean they're called dead knots. So those are guys I need to come across and defeat after using Care Prayer. I don't know if these ones would count. I don't know if they would. Still though, enemy's gone. We don't get full XP. That means we're towards the over-leveled side. I don't know who's a high enough level to not guess it. Attributes. Veronica's level 20, so it'd be her, who's very much considered over-leveled. But the fact that she didn't get any means we're like a level or two higher than we're kind of intended to be. But that's fine. We're not hugely overpowered. That's why I keep the kind of Draconian quest on for it. Where the hell is this all going? It's kind of confusing cave, this. And we've even got a troll. Hello, Mr. Troll. I will give you a big old whack in a second. Don't you worry. Mini medal. Definitely nice find. And yeah, give him a big old whack in the back. And he gets a first strike. That's worrying, because he does hit hard. What I was hoping to do was snooze him. Doesn't fall asleep. Damn. We can get off. Eric's currently pepped. He can deal a lot of damage. Doesn't it help me too much? I'm still gonna try and aim to snooze him. Come on, troll. There we go. Eric, you know what to do. Just hopefully it doesn't wake up before then. Yeah, 172. Well done, Eric. I still need another 2 points, so don't spend them right away. Yeah, look at that. Got an award for defeating different monsters. I told you it was worthwhile doing. I never once doubted it wouldn't do something. I don't know why I'm going around attacking one of each kind of enemy. It doesn't seem necessary. But, oh well. Let's head on back around. Apparently, going this way was the wrong way, which means it was the correct way. Because we got stuff. I got another troll, more importantly though. Kinda hoping for iron ore. So I don't know. I should hope for stuff more often. I really should. I'm getting quite lucky with what I'm saying and then what is immediately happening. Okay, another troll. We've got an item over there. That looks to me like I don't know, like a sword of a luminary or something from the olden times. Nah, silver ore. Fair enough. It was unlikely I was gonna get lucky 2 times in a row, you know? Time to murder the undead, though. Now, these fellas here, they're undead, they're not demons. So, Serena's ability to... Or, not ability, the... spell? No, it would be an ability, wouldn't it? I think. She hits him with her wand, does heavy damage to devils, can occasionally beguile them into a bargain. If I remember, is what it said. I'm curious what it does, because I've never really seen it in action. One day, maybe we will. Yeah, darkness and all that. What Rab said. It is fun when you can have 5, not quite party members, but 5 people on your team. It's quite nice when it happens. It's good having Rab there, just as a little bit extra support. Making my way through though, that's 2 chests. Now, I don't trust there being 2 of them. Apparently I did not open that chest, that was me shooting the troll. Thank you, game, for doing that. I kind of wanted to open them from the rear, thinking it would be safer, but no, that was not how it works. I mean, fair enough, honestly. That's a bit excessive there, Rab. He didn't have to surrender his soul.
I'm coming, darling.
It's good to know, Salvando. I've got Serena though to heal me. Yeah, we like to be doing the thing. The troll's not really much of a bother. He doesn't even have much health, honestly, all things considered. I don't think we needed to put him to sleep that first time. We've been completely fine to just attack regularly. Apparently acquired 25,000 coins. Found a blue eye as well. And... okay, because I thought one of these would be a mimic. But you couldn't do anything from behind it. So I kind of assumed no. And... yeah, we should hopefully have this. They, if memory serves, can be quite bad in terms of just murdering you. Because I get some pretty nasty crits, these guys.
Surrender your soul.
Doesn't have to surrender his soul. That really is excessive saying that, but... oh, rare treasure. Seed of skill. That is a singular skill point to someone. Character builder. How much did Serena need? Was it just 1 more point? That was. Never hand though. I'd quite like to take a seed of skill. I think we've actually got a good few of them. Simply because we got the reward from just buying the game. I'm only going to use 1. No, I'll give it to myself, the protagonist. Because I mean, I'm a member who's always going to be in the party. There is not an instance where I wouldn't want the protagonist in the party. Also, this is Not a dead end room over there. But no, it is. No, it is. Looking at the mini map, it is a dead end. It just goes slightly further back than I thought it would. Gets us a chest. Eggsol leaf. Oh, that is actually a good one. That is a res, should we need it. However, I believe Serena did learn Zing. So she is able to, well, not 100% reliable. She is able to get people up. Get back here, I believe, is a boss fight. We also get a chest. 4 files of magic water. Nice to have. Yeah, heal all. And in we go. Past the rolling stone. Wouldn't have been my first guess of what you do with that, but fair enough. God, it really is raining outside a lot.
Hey! Brought you a fresh one!
Yeah, what exactly has Vince been up to down here?
Oh, yes. She's perfect. Just perfect. A warrior maiden of great skill. I smell it on her skin. We must drain her of her essence while she is still fresh. Quickly, give her to me.
You got it.
He's surprisingly happy to greet her.
I won't be needing you to carry me any further, thanks. So this is who's behind it all. Sir Hendrik must have missed one when he cleared the monsters out of town all those years ago.
Yeah, did Rab just lure us down here then? Because he seems to be aware of what's going
I
on.
hope you'll forgive me, but we had a wee rummage around in your room, Vince. The liquid I found, that's what you drink before your fights, isn't it? What your friend here squeezes from the fighters he kidnapped.
That was you?
Perhaps not all humans are as stupid as our muscle-bound friend here. That's right, old man. Hendrik scarred me, but he did not kill me. The extract. It was the only way to regain my strength. So I had Vince bring me the choicest morsels. And why would he help me do such a thing, you ask? Because I offered to share the fruits of my labor, to give him strength beyond imagining. Who could refuse such a juicy offer,
I couldn't keep on winning forever. And if I wasn't winning, I wasn't bringing in the money we needed for the orphanage.
Oh, poor
Sorry,
Vince
partner,
had no choice.
But I can't let those kids down. Which means I can't let you and your friends leave.
He's not the one in charge of orphanage, it's the church.
Come on, not now!
Oh, will you look at yourself, laddie? Do you not see what that stuff's doing to you? That foul fluid wasn't meant for human consumption. It's eating you from the inside out. It's a miracle you're still alive.
Man. I guess cheaters never prosper, huh?
Oh, Vince. I can't say it's undeserved.
Spent at last, old friend. Such a shame. Then I suppose I'll have to deal with you myself.
Now, is this spider thing a demon? I'd say it is. Serena might get use out of her skill.
Keep that thing busy. I'll see if I can get those people down.
You won't escape alive.
Take care now.
Yeah, what exactly is this blue stuff? Is it like fighting essence or something? Is it just XP juice perhaps? I don't know. It's hard to really say. I'm assuming there isn't a way to inspect what this guy is. I'll try putting him to sleep. If it works, Eric gets a big hit in. I doubt it would ever work. Oh damn, I've been confused. Been confused is fine enough though. It's not too bad. Yeah, I'm just gonna attack him. I think that is reasonable. God, he really does hit hard, doesn't he? Go on, Serena, though. I'm trusting Serena here to try and use her, like, heavy damage to demons attack. I'm actually quite worried about everyone's health situation, though. So I'm gonna have to try and heal Serena up. Since she's kind of the core of the heal squad, you know. We've got Rab as well, he helps out. Assuming I'll be fine to just attack.
I'm coming, darling.
I appreciate it, Silvando. I do. I don't know how well it's gonna help though. This is a difficult fight to say the least. Yeah, because I'm going to need to heal Eric up if I get a chance, which I won't. He is only just alive.
Are you alright?
Thank God Eric didn't die, he was on 2 health.
Snap out of it!
I mean, I'm dealing decent damage, but the fact we've all been kind of debuffed means he's dealing extra damage. Which, yeah, no, he's definitely being a bit mean. I think I would be safe to leave, like, a heal. However, I want to make sure Serena stays alive.
Let's get you patched up. Thanks.
We kinda have to make certain of it. God, I forgot how tough this enemy was. To be fair, we were only asked to buy time.
That should get the old blood pumping. Hey!
Apparently, while confused, I attempted to flee. That would be an annoying thing to have happen. But yeah, we want to raise everyone's attack, I think. Extra attack to everyone means we hopefully get this guy dead soon.
Are you alright?
Yeah, we seem to be back to about full health with everyone. Come on, we can do this. Get flame slash in. 132, not even a crit. It's just good damage. And stop kerfuddling us. Damn you. 99 in the crits. Not great, honestly. But we're fine. Because we win. Tough fight.
Who
Tough
else
fight.
wants some?
3000 XP. We hopefully get a level out of that. We'll need to see. Eric gets a level. Sylvando gets a level. Apparently now have a... Only when Sylvando's pepped up. So that doesn't require me to be pepped. That is good.
I feel better than ever.
Serena, yep, you should now be able to... Don't care about anyone else really. Get this. Even better healing. And unlock one in the middle. Dual wielding. We want to get that. That is double the wands. Double the benefits to magic mending due to that. So we're heading that way. Can you expect Serena to use her like damage against demons though? I guess maybe that wasn't a demon. It's hard to say what is and isn't at times.
I had no choice. A third-rate fighter like me, I was never gonna make enough dough to keep the place open. So when I heard that voice, drifting up from down here, right beneath the orphanage, I listened. All I had to do was help him out, and he'd make me the toughest fighter around. Seemed like a pretty sweet deal. So I said sure. I wanted to win the tournament so bad, needed that money so bad, I let him use me. I knew it was wrong. But that orphanage, man, that's where I was raised. Those kids are my family. I had to do it. I had to.
So you let your desire to help the bairns get the better of you. Well, there's certainly been greater evils done for less good. Tell you what, I'll have a word or two with the mayor. Don't worry, lad. We'll make sure the orphanage is looked after.
This is why I like Grab.
So, chin
It's
up,
lovely.
eh? Just don't let me catch you making deals with nasty beasts again. You hear?
Sir, I don't know what to say.
Aw, it's a happy ending. Thanks to Rab mostly. Successfully solved the case of missing fighters, poison his friends, spend the night at the inn. It's a rather anticlimactic end to the cutscene. We all just go to bed.
Wakey, wakey, little soldier. Come on now, time to get up. I said wake up!
Oh, Sylvando.
Morning, darling!
Hate to drag you out of bed, but we need to head up to the arena. That prize they never got around to giving you? Well, they want to hand it over. Let's get moving, before they change their mind.
Yeah, now we get the rainbow. Hopefully, anyway.
If you're looking for me, I'll be in the cheap seats. Don't forget to give me a wave.
Look at Sylvando, knowing to get cheaper seats as well. I don't know why they'd be giving away seats when all they're doing is awarding a prize, but I guess Guess we're about to find out why the reason to that is. Because I think I remember what happens. And there is a reason. Yeah, let's just hope I don't fall through the ground again, though. Don't hit up Serena. Gonna need to ask to speak to the guy at the registration desk. Fair enough. Just getting ahead of myself. That's all fine. It's all fine. Have a quick peek in here. Hey Poison, it's time for ceremony. Vince is back on his feet and raring to go. He's in the arena already. If he's waiting for you, I'll take you up there right away if you'll follow me. I don't have to do anything to get ready, just talk to a guy in the reception, then I go up. Fair enough.
Alright everybody, it's time to bring this year's Masked Martial Arts Tournament to a close. It's prize giving time. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you our champions, the Invincibles! And now, to present the prize.
Hold up! Hold up! Seems kind of a shame to have the good folks of Octagonia come out and support us and not give them a show to enjoy. Why don't we make this interesting? I challenge you to a fight for the prize, partner. Winner takes all!
Ladies and gentlemen, the gauntlet has been thrown down!
Oh, and we have to fight
Vince.
Vince.
The stuff champions are made of.
No backing out now, unless you want to ride on your hands. Fooled ya. I don't do that stuff no more. I fight clean or not at all.
I mean, he says no more,
Now
but
let's do this.
it's literally been one evening since, and it's now like kind of morning time, I would imagine.
Let's do this thing.
Yeah,
Oh,
Vince, he wasn't even particularly powerful when he had the kind of buff juice, so I guess we just beat him now. Apparently gets 2 actions in a row, however, where he missed and then assessed the situation. But 3 hits and he's down. It's not a tough fight. It's not.
It's all over! The champ is down! We have a winner!
Vince looked kinda weak out there.
He sure did. What's gotten into him?
I needed people to see that. To see that I ain't nothing without that juice. I never had what it takes to be the champ. You deserve that prize, man. Thanks. You taught me what it means to be a fighter again. I won't forget this
Love you,
time.
Vince. I mean, you're a bit odd, and you definitely have. I mean, presumably got people killed by offering them to that creature.
On the line for us every time.
But he's all right.
You're a true champ, man.
This.
It gives me great pleasure to announce that the winner of the Rainbow is...
This is bad. This is real bad.
Huh?
Ooh, what's the bad
It's the
news
rainbow.
now?
It's gone.
Oh, it's pretty bad, yeah.
And all there was instead was this. And this letter, too. Looks like it's for you.
come and meet me in Dundrasil. I've something to show you. Don't worry about the rainbow. It's safe with me.
What a shocking twist to end our tale, ladies and gentlemen.
Just
The grand
peeking at my
prize
letter.
snatched
The
from
nerve
under
of
our
this man.
champion's nose by none other than Old Man Rab. Will our hero journey to Dundrasil to claim what's rightfully his? How will it all end? I, for one, can't wait to find out.
Thing is, no one is going to find out, because I'm going to run off and then never come back here again until post-game.
Huh. So it's back to where it all
Or,
began.
not really post-game, post-twist of the game. Yeah, time to go find Rab. And presumably Jade. We also get the achievement, which, fair enough. It's a decent achievement to have, and I've just noticed on my mini-map we have a quest. Quest has popped up. Hello, my good man. Hunting arena means performing in front of a crowd, and that means looking your best at all times. Baskin's bad news out there in the ring. Keeping things blemish-free ain't easy when you're getting punched in the face all day. Luckily, Melvera can do a real good job of fixing up a fighter's cuts and bruises, which is why I want some, bad. It grows by this big waterfall out in the west near Dundrasil. Used to be. Or where Dundrasil used to be. Once you got some, you just need to squeeze it to get the good stuff out. Hey, you travel a lot, right? Maybe you head over there and grab some for me. I'll make it worth your while. And he gives me recipes, so of course I will, my good man. I don't particularly care about reading about your skincare, honestly. But, yeah, we'll go grab some. That's easily enough done, especially if we're about to head out anyway, towards the Dundrasil area. I think this is probably the last time we'll be in Octagania for quite a while. I mean, aside from handing in that quest in a bit, but it's not really a proper visit when you're just handing in a quest. Yeah, I'm looking forward to later though, because, I mean, I'm not going to spoil anything, but I'm going to be spending a lot of time there later off stream, quite a bit down the kind of story route. I won't say why. I'm sure if anyone has played the game, they'd be able to hazard a good guess. But yeah, I'm not going to spoil anything. Not as if it's like a major plot twist at all. It's just, I'd rather not ruin anything that's about, I say about to happen. That will happen. And just kind of let things take their due course. Also, that is an enemy there, right? Yeah. Thought it was. Yeah, that kind of hairy pig looking fella, that's an orc, right? Yes, I remembered correctly this time.
See ya!
Can beat him up. See? Now we just have a presumably high defense golem. Yeah, 31 damage, not a lot. Eric doesn't even deal any with his second dagger, which isn't a good dagger to be fair. We've got the stuff pepped up. I can become pepped as well. I'll be quite happy, so I'm going to turn off pep powers. So we're not automatically used. Because yeah, we still need to do the Dead Knot quest, don't we? So Misc, Tactics, pep powers, follow orders, if I want them to use them. Lovely. Another unique, well not unique, but new enemy. Let's get them quick. Apparently they don't notice us, despite me approaching on a horse. That's surprising. Yeah, beat up the knight first, I think. I'm not too worried about the grublins there. They're kind of weak at this point. That knight, I don't know what he does. I can't say I remember. Apparently just 30 damage, which is a lot more than the grublin does.
Not bad at all.
So yeah, just Flame Slash. Hopefully someone will finish him off.
Thanks.
Yeah, it's pepped up, but Syrian's about to lose her pep, and I kind of hoped she would have kept it. Yeah, pick up whatever that is. We have, yes, here this is. I knew somewhere we had a monster mount. Grab this guy, get the Melvera, which I believe we can go down that kind of waterfall chasm. I don't remember how far, but to some extent you can, I think. Yeah, Hornet's gone. You get to steal his Hornet. There we are. Fairy Fluff. Where was the other one? There it is. The Melvera. I did manage to get it, which is handy. I kind of thought it was slightly more hidden than that, but if it's not, that's all good by me. Yeah. Quickly sneak up past the waterfalls. I don't remember what's actually here. We do get Brazilian Sovereign. Essentially just money. It's not an item I believe is used in crafting or anything, it's just a trading item. Just gets you a good bit of money. Presumably that would sell for like 10 grand at the very most. It's more likely to be about 5 grand. Which is honestly a lot of money still. I won't claim that's exactly how much it sells for. I'm mostly just assuming numbers. But yeah, it will sell for a good amount of money. Anything else I need to do with the monster mint? Can't remember. We've got a guy up here who, if I can, you know what? Leave my bee behind for a second. If I can talk to you, yeah, I don't care what he has to say, but I get a password. Rainbow Mines, brilliant. I can go do that in a bit. Firstly though, get a Rod of Rapidity. Is that a staff? It looks to be a staff. It's a fairly decent staff. There you go. Veronica, if you ever come back into the main group, yeah, that'll definitely do her good. And yeah, it wants me to go over there. I will, just not immediately. Because I do want to investigate down by the water a bit more. Just while I do have the mount, I might as well, you know? Because I don't remember what I can do with it. All I remember is there is stuff to do with it. How do I get down there? I don't think I do. So that should be me done exploring the waterfall. Cool, that is a lot quicker than I thought it would be. I thought I'd be looking around for a little while yet. Quickly search for ruined houses as well. So just hop off the Hornet. Is there anything? Also, I am curious, if you lined up some of these ruined houses with the opening cutscene of the game, would they actually match up? So I know this is supposed to be that original kind of area, because it's Dundrasil that we came from and all that. I'd imagine there's a place where it would line up, but it would be inside the walls, I would imagine. Yeah. I am now pepped up. That's annoying. If I flee, that is both me and Serena pepped. No, I'll do the quest after the stream. The fact that we are both pepped up means we're about in sync, so it's fine. So long as I get it done at some point, it's all good. It doesn't have to be on stream. Just kind of boring quests. Come on, Mr. Little Raven. A Raven Lunatic. As you might have noticed its name. It's a fun name. Fun name. But 4 skill points this level. Lovely. Well, I get to take Sword, Falcon Slash, and finally, what I've been waiting a while for. Here we go, dual wielding. If we did reset, we'd lose Fire Slash, which I do use a lot. But we'd then be able to claim all other skills from this, get it back. We'd have 3 points more, it's not worthwhile. And yeah, no one else is able to do anything substantial for points, so leave them be. If I jump into there, I'm not stuck. There is a way out. So that's good to know. But I'm trying to figure out, there's something around here, and there it is. I knew I remember there being something. It's a Seed of Life. Seed of Life, definitely something I'm not going to turn down. I'm still amazed you got it from the, like, metal slimes. I don't think ever once got that as a drop when I played before. Because to be fair, metal slimes are rare. You don't come across them often. So it's nice when you get them.
Man.
So this is Dundrasil. I'd heard the rumors about what happened here, but still, I never expected this. To think that not so very long ago, this was one of the world's great cities, and that it was reduced to rubble in a single night. The king and queen murdered by monsters. The princess of Heliodor too. The poor thing was only visiting. Oh, but I don't need to tell you this. They were your parents after all.
So where's the old guy from the tournament anyway? And why'd he drag us all the way out here?
Look, those torches are lit. He must be in there somewhere waiting for us.
Yeah, it's all in ruins. This place, which, I mean, presumably has been ruined for, I mean, however old our protagonist is, minus a few years. It's not particularly old, like this place. I'm amazed that it's quite so overgrown. But it has been maybe, I'm gonna take a guess at 15 to 17 years. Because that's kind of medievally sort of time, I would imagine. I would think we've probably got coming of age at a younger age than most. But yeah, I'm gonna quickly search houses, grab loot if I can find it. Not that there seems to be much. But there's definitely going to be something somewhere. Such as a bit of dragon hide. Now that's presumably used in crafting. I wouldn't be able to tell you what it makes, but that's a fairly decent find all in all. Can I go in that doorway? I don't think I can. No. An odd kind of section. It's fair enough you can't enter every single place, but yeah. We've also got a friendly slime. Eek, who's that? Please don't hurt me. I'm not a bad slime. If you promise not to hurt me, I'll tell you something surprising. Leads to castle. Lovely. Yeah, I was going to go down the well anyway. I'm aware that's where I'm supposed to go. But yeah, just go around looking for items quick. There's got to be a red chest somewhere. As well as magic beast hide. First piece we've gotten. I believe we need that to make a poncho. And my light in my room's having a bit of a fit. I'll need to go fix that quick. You know what? Don't need a light. I'll just turn it off. Gonna have to adjust the brightness of my little light, however. And probably draw the curtain to help light balance. Annoying, but I think that's about works. You know, we can't jump over there. I swear there was something. Is it up top of that building, maybe? How did I get up there? I don't know. I'm probably gonna have one last quick attempt. So I could have sworn. There was something. If I try and climb up this, it's clearly not an intended route. Maybe I was mistaken. Maybe you can't get into some of these buildings. Could have sworn there was a red chest somewhere though. Could have sworn. Yeah, down the well and into the castle. Kind of an interesting route, you know. Heading on through. There's not any kind of chest or anything here. I think this is just a passage. Yeah, it's literally just a kind of tunnel leading into the castle. Presumably like an escape route, but it doesn't go outside of the city, so it's a bit of a weird one. It's definitely a weird one, in fact. Why would you have a well there at the castle? It's not even connected to a different water supply.
So you made it at last.
Is it just you? Where's your friend, the girl?
She has duties to attend to. She'll be glad you came, though, as am I.
It's not like we had much choice. Now, where's the rainbow? We need it.
Oh, you do you? I suppose that's because your pal here's the luminary.
Wait. How could you...
I mean, it's an obvious mark.
I thought you'd died years back, laddie. When I saw that mark in your hand at the tournament, my heart skipped more than a few beats, let me tell you. Now, come along. There's something I want to show you, if you'll indulge an old man for a wee while.
I'll indulge you, Rob, don't you worry. Annoyingly though, you seem to be getting a little caught up in your pathfinding. There we go, I fixed it. Is he willing to catch up if I run on ahead? Because there's only the path I need to follow. Yeah, he catches up, that's fine.
Aye, this place brings back some memories, sure enough.
Look, are you going to tell us who you are or what?
I'd already given up most of my duties by then. I spent most of my days in the city enjoying my retirement. Oh, we had us some fun. And then the monsters came, and I lost everything. When I was your age, laddie, this was one of the finest cities you could ever hope to see. And look at it now. One night. That's all it took them to tear it all apart. Ugh. Just listen to me blethering on. I was going to show you something, wasn't I? Come on.
Poor Rob. He's lost a lot to these monsters when they attacked.
Huh? Is this somebody's grave?
Aye. This is where the King and Queen of Dundrasil are buried.
You mean?
I do. This is your parents' grave, laddie. The grave of my daughter and son-in-law.
Wait, but that would mean you're his grandfather.
These two fine young souls died, and I survived. I came to believe there must have been a reason for that. That someone had a purpose in mind for me.
Poor Rab.
So I
He's
set
found
out
an
to
evil.
learn why Dundrasil was destroyed. I've been on the road ever since. I've uncovered some of the truth on my travels. It was King Carnelian, you see. He changed. He once believed in the power of the Luminary more than any of us. But he became convinced that you were evil, that you were the Darkspawn. He's not a man I knew any longer. Folks say he blames you for everything, even the death of his daughter. How could you, old friend? There's something behind it all. The fall of Dundrasil, the change in my old comrade.
Yeah.
I promise you, I will find out the truth.
He's on to something.
Eleanor, my girl, Erwin, I found your boy. He wasn't lost to us after all. You're alive, laddie. Against all the odds, and now you're home. You've no idea how many times I've dreamed of this day. I never thought it would actually come. Now, will you humour an old man a while longer? There's an old royal ritual, you see. It's to send the souls of the departed to a better place. I'd like you to help me perform it. There's an altar up on the hill behind the castle. I'll be waiting for you there.
Yeah, Rab, he's been through a lot. I'm glad we're reunited with him though. And he's definitely glad to be reunited with us. Devil's Tail? That's just straight up a bit of equipment, isn't it? I swear that's what I got given as a quest reward previously. For doing something in the past. Cool. Slightly takes away for a moment when I immediately get distracted by that, but let's continue on up the path. And yeah, I'm starting to think, I had been saying Jade was our sister. I misremembered that. She's definitely close to us when we were young. But yeah, not our sister. Not our sister. We'll learn soon, I would imagine.
Everything's ready.
Thank you, Princess. It looks just perfect.
Wait, you don't mean...
No, looks like Slavando caught on.
If the rest of you wouldn't mind standing back here with me, only members of the Dracilian royal family may perform the ritual.
How come he called you princess? Are you?
I think Eric's catching
Quiet
on
now.
too.
The ritual is about to begin.
You just follow my lead. All right, laddie? The souls of those who depart this life must all return to Yggdrasil. One life for each leaf of the great world tree. But those taken by monsters cannot return of their own accord. So our ancestors devised a ritual to send them on their way. The smoke guides them back to where they belong, to Yggdrasil's bosom.
There's a lot of souls.
Each butterfly is a lost soul, and now they can all be at peace. You didn't die in vain, Eleanor. You saved your boy, and the princess. It was a noble sacrifice you made. Thank you, my beautiful girl. And goodbye. I hope you don't mind me asking, but your mother didn't leave you anything, did she?
Poison hands Rab, the Queen's final letter.
Oh, no. She didn't, did she? So this letter's why you went to see King Carnelian, eh? If only she'd known. I'm sorry, laddie, you've been through so much. But I suppose if you'd not set out for Heliodor, the journey would never have led you to me, eh? Oh, Eleanor. Sorry, laddie. I'm gonna need to be alone for a wee while.
I think that's perfectly understandable, Rab. It's a very touching moment, I feel. If the game had kind of more lead up to it all, I'm sure it would have had more impact. But it's still a very touching moment. As we head back down, I believe we get another cutscene in a second.
Lady Eleanor. Who's there? You weren't supposed to see that. I was just thinking about Lady Eleanor. I mean, your mother. Why don't we take a little walk? My mother was a rather sickly soul by all accounts. She died not long after I was born. So in a sense, Lady Eleanor was the only real mother I ever knew. She used to read me stories, take me flower picking. I loved her so much. You can imagine how happy I was when I heard she was having a baby. I couldn't wait to meet my little brother. You know,
Yeah, that
it was
would be
raining
kind of
like
why
this
I
the last time I ever saw her.
misremembered her being
I can't believe
my
how
sister.
much time has passed since then. Hmm? Wait, up there. Something tells me they're looking for you and your friends. And there's only one kingdom that can send that many soldiers out on a manhunt. Heliodor. Come on. We need to get back to the others.
Yeah. As we go back to the others, we're very much kinda going up towards a cliff. There's not much in terms of a way out, is there? I mean, definitely we've attracted some attention with all the smoke and the shiny butterflies. Even if it was done with good intent, but I don't know how they got ahead of us.
Where are the ones from the altar? No sign of them. What about the Darkspawn?
No sign of him either. Blast! They must have got away.
We would have gotten away with it too if it wasn't for those meddling knights.
He's over here! The Darkspawn is over here!
Oh, for goodness sake.
What shall we do with the girl?
Sir Hendrik's orders were to bring the Darkspawn back alive. He never said anything about anyone foolish enough to side with him.
Just you try it.
I mean, she's a good fighter. She can hold her own.
I can't be expected to take her on alone. Sir Hendrik! Sir Hendrik!
Come on. We'll head around the mountain and meet up with the others before he gets back.
Well, I doubt we've got long. Then I'm assuming it points me this way. We are going this way. Hello,
I have you at last,
Hendrik.
Darkspawn. There is nowhere left to run. You are a slippery one, I will give you that. I had not thought you would make it this far after I picked up your scent in Octagonia. Men, the Darkspawn is mine. Deal with the girl. Forward! Ha! This is all the dreaded child of darkness could muster. Pathetic!
And to be fair, if I'm remembering right, Hendrik's like level 45.
Will evade me no longer, darkspawn.
So,
The chase
yeah, it's kind of fair
ends
enough.
here.
Like, he's not someone we can reasonably beat right now.
Hendrik! Don't you dare!
Huh? Princess Jade? Surely not.
Well, roll credits. Game's over.
Princess!
I won't let you go again.
Yeah, Hendrik's probably very confused right now. Yeah. Where are we now? We're not actually that far from the castle. It's not a big journey. Maybe 5 minutes down the road at most.
Oh good, you're awake. I'm soaked through. Let's get warmed up, shall we?
Those can't be dry sticks. These would not burn well. I hate to break the flow.
I'm glad I caught you.
But they wouldn't.
I couldn't have forgiven myself if it happened again. I suppose Rab must have told you about your mother, that she sacrificed herself to save you and a princess of Heliodor. Well, you've probably worked it out for yourself already, but I was that princess. Your mother saved my life. That night, the night Dundrasil fell, we ran from the castle, but the monsters were too fast. She handed you to me and distracted them for long enough for us to get away. She died to save us. But even though she trusted me with you, I was too weak and stupid to... I fell in the river and I let you go. I can't tell you how many times I've wished that it was you Rab fished out of there and not me. After he found me, we headed back to Heliodor. We thought my father might help us to find you. But when we got there, we found out he was telling people I'd been killed by the Luminary. He was trying to make people believe awful things about you. Rab was convinced that he wasn't in his right mind, that someone must be controlling him. So we set out together to find out who and why. I never expected to see Hendrik again, let alone on a battlefield. We were lucky to get out of there alive.
Well, looks like the storm's broken though. The rain's stopped.
Looks like the rain's dying down. We should head back to Dundrasil.
We're about at the end of how long I'd stream. I'm gonna keep going a bit longer though, just so I can kind of wrap up the story as it is at the moment. Before we head up to Dunderville, though, if I remember right, yes, get a chest. Just a mini medal. Never gonna say no to one. But yeah, definitely worth grabbing. Also, is she in the party technically right now? No, she's not. Fair enough, fair enough. We will fight one of these green fells, however. Just because, I mean, I may as well. There's a new enemy. I fight it whenever I find a new enemy, because I will forget about them otherwise. But yeah, we've learned quite a bit about the past in these last few cutscenes. It's been very cutscene heavy for the last little while, but I think that's fine.
So I was right. I had suspected it would take more than a mere fall to put paid to the Darkspawn.
Sir Hendrik.
Can it really have been so many years since that fateful night, Princess? To see you alive and well, you cannot imagine how much this pleases me. But should you choose to continue to side with the Child of Darkness, you may not live for much longer.
Look, I know how you feel about duty, Hendrik. How could I forget? But you don't understand how important this is. Please, you have to let us go.
You would ask a sworn knight of Heliodor to disobey the orders of his king? You have been away from home too long, girl.
Not long enough for the years to have changed you. Still loyal to a fault. I wish it didn't have to come to this. But it has.
Yeah. A kick versus a man and a horse. It's a tough kind of thing to imagine working.
Impressive, Princess. The spirited young girl of old has grown into quite the warrior maiden.
Oh, please. I'm not a child anymore. It'll take more than a pat on the head to distract me.
And what will it take to convince you that I am deadly serious? That if you stand on the side of...
Hendrik!
He's definitely got his concerns here.
I'm sorry. Get on. Now hold on tight.
Princess, what have you become?
Well, we're back in Dunderville, where thankfully everyone's just waiting for us very politely. It's definitely nice when that happens.
Oh, look!
There you both are. And in one piece, too.
Just about. No thanks to Hendrik and his men.
So it was old Hendrik, was it? I thought it might be. I would have liked a wee word with the rascal, but I doubt he'd have told us much. Well, if even he's out for your blood, the forces of evil must have a stronger hold in Heliodor than ever. It wouldn't be the first time a once glorious kingdom had been brought low by monstrous powers, you know. Many years ago, a dastardly fiend destroyed an entire empire with his wicked ways. A legendary evil named Mordegon. His story is all but forgotten these days. I had to tramp halfway around the world just to learn his name. But the more I find out about him, the more I'm convinced he's the one behind all this. Dundrasil, the troubles in Heliodor, everything. Which is why you're going to have to stop him, laddie. The fate of the whole world depends on it. You're the luminary, after all. You were born to defeat the Dark One. But you'd be more than foolish to face him unprepared. He's a master of darkness, the like of which the world has never seen.
Then we must make our way to Yggdrasil as soon as we can. The legends of Arborea tell of a means of fighting the darkness that can only be found there. Veronica! That must be why we're supposed to take him there, mustn't it?
Here you are, laddie. It's yours at last. You'll be needing it if you're to make your way to the World Tree. If anyone can get this old stick to show us the way, it's you.
To
Lead
enjoy
on, luminary.
the RGB stick, you know. But yeah, get the rainbow. Finally.
Well, can you see anything?
Don't tell me it's a dud! If that Noah sent us in a wild goose chase, I'll throttle him! He could have told us it didn't work before we wasted a zillion hours chasing it halfway across the world.
Now, let's not jump to conclusions. Why don't Jade and I join you, and we'll see if we can't make our way a bit closer to Yggdrasil and try again. We'll not give yous any bother, I promise.
There we go. 2 more party members. I believe there is still 1 party member. There is still 1 to come, but not for a long time. This is the pretty much a whole team now together. Yeah, I'll head quickly out to campsite. We'll drop a save, and that'll be us. But yeah, we've made a good bit of progress today. We got through Octagonia, did the arena. We've learnt about our past, and apparently the rainbow's glowing now. There's more cutscenes to go. I thought that was it. Guess I was wrong.
Oh, darlings, did you see it? It was so pretty.
A sort of platform floating in the sky, and 6 coloured orbs.
Oh, I think I understand. We need to find the orbs and take them to the platform, and then the path to Yggdrasil will appear.
Maybe trekking halfway around the world to find that branch wasn't such a waste of time after all. And we've already got one of the orbs we need, too. I knew swiping this thing from the castle was the best idea I ever had.
Indeed, Eric.
I had my own plans for it. But this is way more important. It's yours now. Just don't lose it, okay?
There we go. We've got the red orb. Easily enough done.
Our prize from the tournament. Lucky we didn't sell it in the end, eh?
Aye. And there I was, all set to swap it for a few piffling trinkets for the road. It's yours now, though, laddie.
God, and if we keep up at this pace, we'll be done in no time.
Now, it looked like that platform we saw was located right under Yggdrasil. That means it must be somewhere deep inside the first forest. So, we know where we have to go. We just need to find the other 4 orbs first.
But where in the world would we even begin to look?
Orbs, orbs. Oh, I do remember a fairy tale about a giant pearl sinking to the bottom of the ocean. Can't remember the details, though.
It's not an orb, but it's a pearl.
Well, if we don't have any
silly
real
child.
clues, I guess we'll just have to head out into the world and find some.
You're not wrong there. In which case, let's head
Yeah.
for Puerto Valor. We can get out
She's-
into the open ocean.
She's
from
dressed
there.
up as a furry. It's fine.
It's off to the northwest of Gondolia. A fairly straightforward voyage, if you ask me. And you'll be pleased to hear that I'm friends with Don Rodrigo, the big man over that way. I'm sure he'll open the sea gates for us. Right then, let's get moving, shall we? The sooner we get our hands on those orbs,
Cutscene's about
the
done.
sooner
I
we
need
can
to
make our
end
way
the
up to
stream. I want
Yggdrasil.
dinner. I think it's got to be the last cutscene for now, right? We've had far, far too many. I want to go get food. Where is the campsite? I want to assume it was further up to the left, judging by the fact I didn't immediately see it. Yeah, we see it in the minimap now. But yeah, that has been all for today. We've made good progress. We've, I think, got most of now the main cutscenes out of the way, for at least a while. Now it's up to us to do some exploring, going to the bottom of the ocean, and just generally finding stuff. I think the next lead we've been given is bottom of the ocean. We also have going to Puerto Valor, talking to, was it Don Rodrigo? I think it was, he said. But yeah, that is all for now. I do hope you've all enjoyed. I've been loving the game myself, I always say that. But I am. But yeah, that's all for now. I hope you've all enjoyed. I'll see you around. Bye for now.